What's going on, everybody? It's Christmas Eve. I'm pretty sure I got my technical issues worked out. I am streaming for the first time, hoping to do some more stuff like this in 2021. I'm just fucking around and making beats. It's nothing that elaborate or fancy or anything crazy. I have no idea what kind of stuff I'm gonna do. I'm fucking around with some Christmas records because it's Christmas Eve. So tune in, check it out. I will probably post this to view later. So if you're watching it later, it's later. If you're watching it live, it's live. Um, Jump into the chat, Q&A about anything, about the beat, about anything not related to the beat. It doesn't matter to me. I'll shoot the shit with you. And let's see how this goes. I have no idea how it will turn out at all whatsoever. But yeah, so I am going to begin my thing. I am just checking some things here. Don't mind me. Very much a newbie at this. If anyone's in the comments can confirm that you can hear me doing my thing and hearing me good, that would be awesome to know. I'm just setting up my window here. So this goes here. And yeah, fun stuff. So I'm just gonna work on this beat once again. Q&A. Let me know how everything sounds, how I sound. I probably sound off mic because I just have the mic here, but as long as you can hear what I'm saying, it's really more about the beat. So I'll play some music in a moment as I work on this beat, and we'll have some fun together. So check out how it sounds and let me know. I'm kind of messing around with this sort of Christmassy record. I guess this is a Christmas record. I mean, he's in a holiday mood. I had a couple Christmas records from back in the day, but this is one of the only ones I kept because it's got some dope road stuff on it. So we'll see. I did sort of a test session before. Shout out to sorry, I forgot his name, but shout out to the person that was in there helping me. I'm pretty sure I got the audio up. I'm using OBS Studio now to get into YouTube. I guess there was like an issue going direct to YouTube. So that was why it was garbly before. But I'm just going to throw something in the chat so you guys can see me. And so during the test, I kind of messed around with that record. And before I even started, I played out some drums just on the HR-16, which is unfortunately off camera, but it's right here. And I'm just screwing around the MP, man. We're just chilling. So let's see how everything has fun going here.
do was to go around from town to town following the little country fairs, doing his tricks for the children and earning a few pennies a day. His first name was Barnaby, but he was too unimportant to have any last name at all. Now, when it was summertime and the weather was sunny and beautiful, and the people were strolling along the streets, and the young lovers holding tightly to each other's hands in the park, then Barnaby would be happy, for he could find a clear place in the village square, and he would spread out a strip of old carpet on the and Barnaby, of course, being apple cider.
This guy's voice is kind of incredible. I think I've sampled it before. I don't really know. I don't remember if I have. I know I kept this record for a reason. About 2 years ago, I went through my collection, and I guess you can kind of see everything that I have record-wise in the shot. But there's about 560 records there and 560 records there. So I have about 1,100. And then I have a ton of reggae stuff because I DJ reggae. That's what's up top, and that's what's over there. So, about 2 years ago, I went through. I had, I guess, 3 times as many records, and I sold a ton of them. I brought like stacks to this place called Human Head in Brooklyn, and the dude gave me a fair price. I mean, it wasn't like I made off with anything, but like he definitely gave me what it was worth to him, and then he could flip it. So, shout out to Human Head in Brooklyn. Hopefully they get through the COVID. I have no idea. Well, I guess they're doing okay because they're probably on Discogs. But long story short, the records I kept now are records that I knew I was going to use. Everything else was just like, you know, when you're young and you're collecting records, you just have that fantasy of like finding that shit. Like you just want a huge collection, and I got over that eventually. But I kept this one because it has so much Rhodes piano on it, and we'll see. I want to fuck around with it. Eventually, I'll add some like crazy synth and make it really weird and creepy. But for now, I'll keep it the chill vibes of Christmas.
Round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace.
I mean, you can't sell a record with Rhodes stuff on it like that. That's crazy. I mean, I have this is a Rhodes. It's an MK60, so this is like the early '80s when Roland had bought Rhodes, but it has like the Rhodes preset sound, but it's not like a Rhodes like from like Luke Cage, you know. Like this is like it can emulate Rhodes, so I do have that, and I love the sound of it. But that's like a real Rhodes, so.
And then for 3 years, he was an itinerant preacher. He never... For 3 years, he was an itinerant preacher. He was an itinerant preacher. He never... He was an itinerant preacher. He was an itinerant preacher. He never... Preacher.
that better. I was fucking around with those two samples differently, but that shit sounds way better to me. I need beer. Is it too early to drink beer? It's 11:35 a.m. It's Christmas Eve though. I'm gonna go get a beer. I'll be back. I'll let the beat play. It's Christmas Eve. It's not too early to drink. It's only 11:35. It's a neon. You can't really see it because of the glare, but it's a neon rainbows from Almagang. Ugh, feels way too right. I had to stop drinking for a couple of months. It's not great. I'll write down the name for you guys to have it in the chat. See what else is on this record.
Office. He never owned a home. He never had a family. He never went to college. He never put his foot inside a big city. He never went to college. He never put his foot inside a big city. He never traveled 200 miles from the place where he was born. He never did one of the things that usually accompanies greatness.
Fair
He
enough.
had no credentials but himself. He had nothing to do with this world except the naked power of his divine manner. While still a young man, the tide of popular opinion turned against him. His friends ran away. One of them denied him. He was turned over to his enemies. He went through the mockery of a trial. He was nailed to a cross between two thieves. His executioners gambled for the only piece of property he had on earth while he was dying, and that was his coat. When he was dead, he was taken down and laid in a borrowed grave through the pity of a friend. 19 wide centuries have come and...
Man, true story. It's a fun record. I gotta go to a different source though to finish the beat off. What else do we got around here that's Christmassy? Let's see here. Bullshit over here. You know what? I'm gonna fuck around. I'm gonna have some fun. Hold on. I got the most Christmassy record ever. Hold on. It's Death Wish 2. Everyone thinks Christmas is about Death Wish, right? I think this is the one where the gangs had like face paint and shit. I'm not a huge Death Wish watcher, but the score is pretty dope. I think there's some beats that are pretty known that came off of that. I'm gonna fuck around with it just cause why not? Let's see how this all works. Yeah, try to needle drop some of these more popular ones faster. I'm assuming there's some sort of copyright thing. I mean, not that I want to sit here and play these records for people. That would be stupid. But, you know. Oh, man. Alright. Who knows what that is? I know that that's been sampled by somebody. Is that something from L? Did LP do that? I know that shit is from somewhere. It's either L or Alchemist or somebody like that. I knew there was something really popular on here. I just didn't remember what it was. Oh my god. I'll just play that record and walk off the stage, I guess. That shit is fucking sick. A little too easy, but it's like a nice hard hit. That's what I'm looking for. Yes. I sampled that already. That is. It's definitely a Short Fuse and NASA track. I think it's the remix to Gorgeous or the other one that I remixed, Beggar's Buffet. It's one of them. I wrote this beat sounds like. it's funny, man. Like I got this record for $3 at Don's. You get like the flashbacks off of the stickers. There we go. That's where the camera is. Don's was in Brooklyn when I used to work at Jukes. He used to go there. Elle used to go there too. It was in what neighborhood is that? Kind of adjacent to Carroll Gardens. And Don's music was just this crusty, older white dude. Most people that ran record stores for a long time in New York were crusty old white dudes that decided when they were at their height of their punk rock participation that they were going to start a record store. And that scene had long vanished. They still had a record store, so they just were cantankerous about everything. And I guess he's a decent enough guy. It's weird going into a store that's small enough to only house one person. The place is called Don's, and the guy in there is named Don. But shout out to Don wherever he may be. I didn't realize I got this there. I must have got a lot of good shit there. This is kind of like a staple record. People that sample and make beats. I mean, this isn't like I'm not like shedding any light on this. People know about Death Wish too. There's just mad dope sounds. I mean, that's the way soundtracks are. But it's funny that I got it there. I looked at it as I was putting away. I was like, fuck, that's interesting. I must have really been getting away with some good shit. This is probably at least a $10 or a $20 record these days. I guess. I don't know. Maybe Discogs will disagree, but that's what I think it's worth. Put this shit away. My crusty old white guy hip hop studio. Don's getting the last laugh on me. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna fuck around with some of the synths that are here and add the hit that I'm looking for, or maybe the bass line that I'm looking for, because I don't want to put too many samples on one song. So let's see what we got going on here. Oh, I unplugged this. Plugged it in. Let's see here. It's not exactly an organized studio. I mean, it looks nice probably on camera, and it is nice. I'm jacked to have been able to stow my pennies away to build whatever this is, but I still only have one cable. I plug into different shit as I use it. Let's see here. Yeah. Always comes up with that first sound that's fucking absolute dog shit. Let's see here. So usually with synths, like I'll go one of two ways. I'll either play the note that I need or what I think I need and sample it if I'm still in the MP, and hold on, just answering a text. It's live TV. Um, Anyway, so yeah, usually I'll either sample it and then play it off the MP, or if I've already got everything in Pro Tools, then obviously I'll go in and just play the shit like a person. But um, right now I'm just gonna sample it because that's the mode I'm in. It's like the only problem with the MPC 2000 XL is the trim is like so manual. It takes forever if you sample something long. Anybody that has an XL would probably understand. Like the 2000, you could notch it and it would kind of cheat you ahead. This guy, the wheel is just keep rolling it, keep rolling it. Teaches you patience. It's okay. So yeah, that's pretty much the beat right there. I'll spare you guys the boring part of putting in Pro Tools. I'm gonna wrap up pretty soon. If you guys have any Q&A or anything like that about the beat or not about the beat, I'm gonna leave this open for another 3 to 5 minutes, depending on if anybody's talking about anything in the chat. So it's my first live stream. How did it go? How did it work out? Was it okay? I hope to do more of this next year. Let me know if you can hear me over the beat too. Big up, Jobless. Yeah, man. I have fun making beats, man. I'm glad you're enjoying it. You know, like seeing that process is cool. You know, sit back, smoke a blunt, drink a beer, and just vibe out, man, as if you're in the studio. Like I came up engineering and sort of watching other producers produce in front of me, because that was my job, to sit there and watch them make beats, and it made me a different kind of producer. So I don't have a problem producing in front of people. It's fun. It's really awesome. Cool. Thank you, Jobless, for wanting to tune in for more. Thank you, Carl, for saying the sound is on point. Took me a little bit of time this morning to get it hooked up correctly, but shout out to Starford, who is, I think, the only person on my test beta this morning, like early in the morning. I found out that I had to use OBS to get into YouTube correctly. I was kind of just going straight off my webcam, and for whatever reason, it sounded like shit. For reasons that I could probably figure out, but don't want to, because I have OBS Studio on my computer. So I figured I would just do it this way and keep it easy. And shout out to Jacob Mitchell, man. Thank you. I will keep doing this. I'm really I'm impressed with how it turned out, man. I'm really pumped that people tuned in and hung out with me. And you know, maybe I'll make this a regular thing. There's a couple other things that I want to do with the channel next year. Some recorded content, some other live content like this. But I thought this would be a cool way to connect. So shout out to everybody listening. I'll call that a final call. I'm gonna shut it down. But big up everybody. Have a happy holiday. Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas today and tomorrow. Happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy holidays to everybody, whatever holiday you celebrate. Happy New Year, of course. Hopefully 2021 will be better. Big up, Starford. Thank you. And, you know, that's all we can hope for. I've been in here like most of the year working on music, so I try as much as I can to not go outside during during these times. I would suggest most people do the same. So 2021, let's go. Let's bring it on. Peace, y'all.